Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the mobile field application, which is pretty spanking. This video is the third in a series of 3, designed to give you an idea of how Remark's custom software stack will give us a huge competitive advantage. Now, these 3 videos are looking primarily at how we manage field operations, but it'll still give you a great idea of what's involved. The first 2 videos are kind of crucial to understand what's going on here. In the first video, we cover the estimating sections of the application, and in the second one, we cover what happens when we take an estimate and, at the click of a button, convert that to a work order. What we're looking at here is what happens after that button is clicked within the mobile field application. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the mobile field application. So here's my phone. I purposefully chose a job with no work orders just so we don't get distracted by the list of tasks. We'll pick another job shortly. Anyhow, across the bottom we have the following tabs. The first one is Tasks. This is the default view and where all the tasks for a specific job are listed out, mapping our desired process for this job. Now this is too much information, TMI, for this video, but we can have multiple job types, all with different processes which create different job phases and different job tasks. Now the second tab here is the Team Calendar tab. This is where the schedule, planned by the project manager, resides. And as the team goes through the day, this is where they record what actually transpires. The third tab here is the Chat tab. This is where we can chat directly with any other employee or sub, plus we can chat with the whole team at the same time. The nice thing about this is that all these chats will reside within our database and will be associated with the job so that we have them for posterity. This next button is the Process button, and we're not really going to cover this, but these are processes that we can initiate by pressing a button. Very powerful. Most processes, though, are data-driven or calendar-driven, like when we create a work order or every Tuesday. All part of the business process management bit, which is what our application is really about, but beyond the scope of this short video. Then we have this hamburger menu. This is where we have and can always add additional functionality. This is our custom software, and changes are anticipated and honestly pretty simple to make. Now, most of these items, like photos and job details, along with the tasks, are associated with one job at a time. So we're going to change jobs to one that has a work order associated with it. But before we do, it is worth noting that you can click here and create tasks manually, something that will be done occasionally, but let's change the job and take a look at the tasks that are created automatically when we convert an estimate to a work order. We'll switch to our Remark demo job and boom, here we are. Before we look at one of these tasks, it's worth mentioning all these tasks were created automatically when we converted the estimate to a work order. And they are created to enforce, so to speak, our process for the job type this estimate was associated with. Now, again, TMI for now, but worth noting, each job will have different processes which will create different job phases and different job tasks. As you can see, with a job like this that has many areas, this can be quite a list. Now, we can just swipe right here and mark a task complete right from within the list, but let's open one of these and see what else is here. Okay, we have our room image, and we have the estimated time that this task should take, and there's a timer running. When a task is opened, a timer starts so that we can get a history for the specific tasks. When we're finished working on a task, we can mark it complete, we can edit the task, or we can just return it to the list if not yet complete. Whatever we choose, the time we spent working on a task is persisted to our database. Below here, we have all the other information, the underlying estimate items for the area. We can record notes for the task or for the process itself, and we have the history for this task. Now, I envision giving guys a choice between just marking what tasks they completed during the day right from within the list, which will be the minimum requirement like this, or opening each task individually. The latter will help us get our estimated times more accurate in a faster manner. Our numbers will get better either way, but for $1 or $2 more an hour, it might be worth it to the guys to record time on each task by opening them up when they start each one. And not to beat a dead horse, but this is our custom business software, so if we decide we want to make some changes, which I'm sure we will, it's super easy. Now, There's a lot more to these tasks and how they relate to our processes, how the algorithms create the estimated items into tasks and compute the estimated times, but that's beyond the scope of this video, so we'll just head over here to the team calendar and see how our jobs are planned by the project manager, then communicated to the field workers, and then finally how the actual day's events are recorded and communicated back to the project manager, all without the need for a single phone call or any direct communication. So let's start here in the project manager's app. We cover this in the second video, so we're not really going to do so here, but we can see that the project manager has assigned these two job phases to the blue team. And we have two timelines here for the blue team, the planned and the actual. Back in our mobile app, when we click on the team calendar, we see these same two assignments. So when we click on the assignment, we can mark that task as started, and you'll see it turns yellow and gives us this message. Now, let's take a brief pause for some time to go by, and then we'll see what happens when we mark this task complete. As an aside, this is all part of our process management system, so it is stupid easy to fire a process when any of these actions are taken. Send a text to the customer, Remark is on the way, Mark and his crew should arrive in your home in 30 to 50 minutes. Or create a notification for the project manager, set up a task for someone else, etc., all automatically. But this too is beyond the scope of this short video. Be right back.
A few moments later.
So a bit of time has gone by. Let's see what happens when we mark this task as complete. So now if we tab over to our actual calendar, we see this task is here and the actual start and end times are here. And back at the shop, our project manager knows exactly what happened as it shows on Blue Team's actual timeline. Now, this system is super powerful when we're small, say 2 to 3 crews and maybe 5 to 10 open jobs, but it will really shine as we grow to 10, 20, 30 crews and 50 to 100 open jobs. It will scale well. Now, there's a good bit more to this mobile field application, and we really only covered the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, as far as the total software package is concerned, but I'm trying to keep these short and also not super easy for friend and foe to replicate. We need a COO equity partner to make this happen. It will be a hard and stressful journey, which is not without significant risk, but the potential payoff is huge. If you'd like to help us shake up the drywall and painting industries, get in touch with us. Our contact information is in the video description. Thanks for your time.